Hey, community. First of all, I just want to say thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. I just wanted to speak into this viral situation that is occurring today. I really believe that there's a clear demonic assignment that is embedded into what is going on concerning this, um, meme that President Trump supposedly or allegedly posted. And I want to add some context to try to help people understand what is what and what isn't, something else. So I just wanted to, like I said, take this opportunity and just kind of add some context. The first time that I noticed this subject matter circulating today was from a local pastor who I highly respect. We actually attended his church. He's an African American pastor, and he has a predominantly African American congregation. So it's what we refer to as the Black church, right? You guys know what I'm talking about if you've gone to Black churches. And so anyhow, love the pastor, and but he posted this meme today, and he basically said, "This is not okay." And I was like, I don't believe that President Trump would have posted a meme about Obama, Barack, and Michelle as monkeys. I'm like, that is clearly racist. And I just don't see the president doing that. What's really going on? So I asked Grok, I asked AI, and I said, hey, what is, why are people saying that Trump posted this meme, which is a still photo of Barack and Michelle Obama as monkeys? And Grok told me that he posted something on his Truth Social containing this. And I said, send me the link. So Grok responded and sent me the direct link to the original post that was still up at the time. It's since been removed, but I found a copy of it. I'm going to share it with you. But when I clicked on the link and I opened it up, it wasn't a meme at all. It was a video. And it was a video about a completely irrelevant subject matter. It was about the voting machines and the corruption that was embedded in our country with the election fraud. Had nothing to do with Obama at all. And then towards the end of the video, there's this quick, and it was so fast that I personally couldn't pause the video fast enough because I was trying to take a screenshot of it so that I could speak upon this. And so next thing you know, guys, this is gonna, whew. Next thing you know, I couldn't pause the video because it was going through this thing that had been injected into the video in such a small segment of the video that I couldn't pause it because it was going, through it so fast. I kept rewinding and then hitting play and then trying to pause it in that moment. And it was so fast that I couldn't even pause it. That's how quick this process through. And so on the original post. And so I was like, wait a minute. I was like, Trump didn't post a meme of Obama, Michelle, and Barack as monkeys. He didn't do it. He posted a video about a voting machine fraud system. And somebody was clearly overlooking what was in the video. There's no way. Trump is not dumb, and his team is not dumb. They understand what they're doing with this country. and they're definitely not, they don't hold back on trolling on social media, that's for sure. But the trolling that they do is very clear and very evident. This was not anything remotely close to what the content that they produce. So let me share with you guys the video, okay, just so you can see. This was the video that President Trump posted.
Initiated by a court order, the Michigan investigation team obtained forensic access to a DS200 tabulator, the machine that counts the votes. A Telit 4G wireless chip manufactured in Taiwan was discovered embedded into the motherboard. The voting machine tapes clearly indicate modem engagement and transmission of election data. Some of the anomalies that we noticed in the 2020 general elections, that 5 key states all stopped counting at a certain time in these key battleground states. These were all where the software, Dominion machines, ESNS machines were used.
Guys, can I just stop for here just long enough to say this is what he posted? You'll get to the part in a minute where it's just like injected in the end of the video. And I think this one is a little slightly modified, if I'm not mistaken, because I don't even remember it being as long as it was in this one. But basically, he's posting a video about the election fraud, which we know he strongly believes in. And so the emphasis, and I'll share it with you in a minute, but let me just tell you really quickly that the emphasis of what other people are sharing is a still image that they took from this video, where they took a screenshot. They were able to stop the video. They were able to take a screenshot. And now they are editing. They're editing that photo to make it look like it wasn't included inside of a video. So it's basically taking out of context and being made to look like Trump posted this image of Obama, Michelle, and Barack as monkeys, which is clearly disgusting. He would agree, I'm sure, that it's disgusting. Completely racist. Whoever injected it inside that video is clearly racist, whoever created that. However, what this is a case of, I believe personally, and this is just my personal belief, what this is a case of is somebody overlooking something that was inside a video that they posted. Maybe they didn't watch the whole thing. Maybe somebody on Trump's team is a mole or a mule and knew that they weren't going to watch the whole thing and allowed this to come out because they wanted it to come out to cause this controversy, because they're trying to sabotage President Trump. Just hear me, especially right before the midterm elections. Oh my goodness. Do you hear what I'm saying? Remember that all the prophets are saying to pray over the midterm elections right now, because they see corruption. They see a big, clear demonic attack assigned to the midterm elections. Well, if the country believes that our president and this whole thing is racist, and that he's a Klan director and all these different things, well, guess what? Man, I'm going to tell you right now, from a ministry standpoint, understanding spiritual and deliverance aspects, the enemy is the greatest manipulator in the highest intensity emotional subject matters. High intensity emotional subject matters. When the devil can get you caught up in your feels about sensitive subject matters, about sensitive things, what ends up occurring is all you do is see red, especially if you're a Black American who maybe even has struggled with not even sure what to believe because of all this talk about Trump being a racist. Oh my gosh, this has caused so many people to just go off a cliff today. Can I tell you something? The depiction of any black person as a monkey is obviously distasteful, degrading, disgusting, should never be done. And it's sick. However, we have to look at the bigger picture here because that's an isolated segment of the video. And I'll just play it for you. But as you can see in the video, we are not watching we are not looking at Trump posting a meme of black people as apes. We are watching a video about election corruption, which is obviously the case that they've been trying to make for a long time. So we've watched now the majority of the video. We're going to keep going.
The Smartmatic, the GEMS software. So when the vote stopped counting, and this has been noted in other countries as well, President Trump was significantly ahead. When reporting and counting resumed, there was a massive spike occurred that favored Joe Biden.
And then it's over. And look, they probably just shut it off and said, yep, go ahead and post it. Looks good. Probably never watched the last second of the video, guys. And that, you saw how fast that was over. Look, now it's at the last second of the video, and it's back to some guy screwing in the motherboard, back to the election. Somebody injected this at the last 2 seconds. They put in maybe a half a second of this clip, which is just disgusting. I'm not even going to stay there, but I wanted you to see this in context, so that when you see people posting this on social media out of context, that you have the full context so that you understand what didn't happen and what did happen. If we're talking about, balanced scales, as the scripture refers to, balanced scales of judgment, we need to obviously look at everything in context. Did Trump post a meme today, a still photo, which is what people are recirculating to make it look like? Now, people are going to have it. Can I just add this? People are going to have opinions on this one way or another. There are going to be people on here and they're going to be like, you fool. You can't see something that's right in front of you. And then there's going to be people that are going to be like, like what Nina just said, completely out of context. And here's the thing. I'm not here to try to convince anybody of anything. We all have a responsibility to make sure that the filter and the lens that we see through is clear. But I'm here to tell you, for me, it's a big passion to try to get our African-American brothers and sisters to see through the lens of deliverance and to know that they don't have to continue believing the lies, that they have to feel like they're in a world that doesn't accept them. There may be isolated in experiences. There may be isolated, things that occur. Even some crazy demonized individual that would inject something like that into a video. God forbid, even make the content that was injected into that video. And so, but again, none of these isolated experiences, or even a situation where they might have been racially experienced racial injustice. Maybe they've had moments where they've experienced it, but their entire life is not defined by a moment. And their entire world that they live in is not defined by the few punks that are left over that still need for God to open their eyes and to deliver them of racism. If we want to bring down the walls of racial divide and the racial tension, we need to be just as careful, because some people are circulating this meme that wasn't even a meme to begin with. And then you get all these people in the comment section that's saying, well, yeah, I knew he was racist. And now you got half the country walking away who are, maybe optimistic about our current sitting president. And I'm not telling you he's perfect. And now they take one gray, thing that the enemy's trying to create with this, creating something that it's not out of something that it was. And they get all these people justifying this continual feeling like now the person who's sitting in the highest seat of our land is a Klan director or some crazy, and that's what's being promoted out of this. It's not what we need. We need truth. We need clarity. And it is my prayer that this video reaches somebody today and helps put out a fire that the enemy was trying to create within their soul. God bless.